G'day. Today I'm going to share with you how you can remove a screw with a stripped internal hex drive. This could also work on a screw with a stripped Phillips head drive. Here's the culprit. It's a internal hex screw in the wheel hub of my remote control car. I'm going to share with you one way that you can remove this screw. This is a pretty common method, and what it involves is reaching in there with a little grinder like this Dremel and cutting a small slot into the screw. Now, it can be easier said than done, especially if you're trying not to disassemble the entire piece, which I'm trying not to do. I was thinking of cutting this section of the video, then I decided to leave it in and explain that you can see me here trying to approach the screw head from different angles and assessing whether I'll be able to achieve the cut. It took a little while. In the end, I come to a decision to remove the lug off one side of the universal joint. What I'm going to do is just get in there with this cutting disc and put a slot there, and then I'll be able to come back with a flat blade screwdriver and take that screw right out. Before I do though, I need to grind this lug off because that's in the way and it's going to stop me from reaching down into the screw. What hasn't gone to plan here is I've just ground into the wheel hub, which I didn't want to do. Ultimately, that will affect the strength of the wheel hub assembly, so I'm probably going to have to replace that now. I can't let that stop me. Now that there's a bit of a slot there, I should be able to get in there with a blade screwdriver and loosen that screw. I've just given that a little extra grind just to make sure. With really tight screws, it's a good idea to rock them backwards and forwards. After quite a few minutes of rocking this backwards and forwards, the screw was still extremely tight and the edges that I'd ground in had started to round off again. So I needed to go in with the grinder for a second cut, which is what you'll see me doing in just a moment. And this little bugger's been really tight all the way. It might be a left-hand thread. It was just extremely tight. By the powers of Loctite, that little screw was completely rounded. There are lots of different ways that you can remove a screw with a damaged internal hex drive or even a Phillips drive. That is just one way that you can do it. See you next time.